All right, we're just jumping into this one, gamers. No notes, just raw dogging it. I'm gonna speak my mind. We're gonna ride the lightning together. That's the plan. I've had this idea in my head for a long ass time now, and I've kind of just been wondering how the hell I'm gonna get it out there in a way that's succinct, makes sense. My Dress Up Darling. Second season just dropped. It's a popular show. I've seen both seasons. It's a good show. I like it. Main characters, Wakano Gojo and Marin Kitagawa. I have a question, and this is kind of the jumping off point where I use this show to make a bigger point about anime in general is, do they really need to be 15? Like, genuinely. Do they really need to be 15? And I ask that because the show really likes showing off Marine in her various outfits. One of the big scenes that got like a lot of traction when the first season came out is the scene where Marine is in her bikini and Gojo is taking her measurements. And the camera is eating the eye candy. Do these characters really need to be 15? What would we lose by taking this exact same scenario, aging up the characters to 18, 19, and putting them in college? And this is the kind of problem that I have with a lot of other animes. They're set in high school when they really don't need to be. It's set dressing. It could be just about anywhere else. It's almost irrelevant to the plot. And there's a lot of gratuitous fan service. And I'm not hating on fan service by itself. I really don't give a shit. But when it comes to like the two things intersecting, it just feels weird. And I'm kind of tired of pretending that it's not weird. So there are a few main arguments that I see brought up whenever anyone else brings this up. And the main one that I can think of is that these characters are fictional. That if you're lusting after this fictional 15-year-old, it's not hurting anyone because they're not real. When it's as pervasive as it is with anime, it just feels really icky to me. I started watching anime when I was 15. I didn't really care about that. I watched High School DxD, and I loved it because I was at the prime age to enjoy that kind of thing. But as I slowly got older, I realized, this is grown men, sometimes grown women, making it for other grown men, and sometimes women. And I don't know, I still watch anime. I still like Dress Up Darling. I feel so there's this YouTuber. I'll throw the thumbnail up right now. I can't remember what his name is, but he has a really good video about anime fan service. And he says, he just mentally ages up the characters by a few years. And that's basically what I've been doing this whole time. Marine and Gojo, they could be 19. They're basically 19. That would change nothing. They don't need to be 15. There's nothing in the show that says that they, if we took the entire plot of the show and just set them up to be college students instead of high school students, we would lose nothing. So that's one example that I have. And there are a few other shows that I kind of have this problem with, and I feel like it takes away from it a lot of the time, other than just being gross. So there's this other show that I was very, very cautiously, emphasis on cautiously, optimistic about, called Higehiro, which is something like I shaved and then rescued a high school runaway or some shit. I'm a big sucker for found family stories. The Last of Us, I never played it. I watched Frankie on PC play it. I loved it. I thought the relationship that Joel and Ellie had by the end of the game was wonderful. Yeah, this show would not even get close to that. Uh, there are a few scenes that I feel like really the overall message of the show is that, and I don't know how true this is. I don't know how common it is. I've been to Japan 5 times. I couldn't tell you a lot about their socioeconomic situations, but apparently there are a lot of high school runaways, and this show was, and the manga apparently were made to bring this issue to light and kind of ask a few questions about it. And in this show and the manga, this poor 16-year-old girl, she runs away from her home in Hokkaido and finds herself in Tokyo. Vaguely Tokyo. It's like Shinjuku or some shit. And there are a bunch of men that offer to give her like a place to stay. And they want compensation. Not in a very wholesome way. I'll put it that way. And I feel like the show kind of nails the casual horror of that situation. Like, this poor girl just can't get a break. She can't find a good person. And she kind of sort of does. Well, she does, because, okay, look, the main character, he passes the basic, like, he actually meets the bare minimum standard of not wanting to fuck this 16-year-old girl, because that's not right, you know? And the show comes so close to like actually passing on that message properly. There's a scene, I forget which episode, it's like episode 2 or 3, where the girl actually tries to seduce the main character, the main hero, and it's like, I think it gets so close to actually like nailing the tone of like, Jesus Christ, this girl is broken. She needs help more than anything. She needs therapy. And she's like in her underwear trying to seduce this grown-ass man. And he's like, kind of like, what the hell do I do? Because he's kind of on the younger side too. He's only like 22, 23. He kind of just like, what the hell is going on? No, what are you doing? But look, I feel like I would have shot it differently. I feel like it's eating the eye candy a little bit too much. You know, like the shot, the cinematography, it kind of bounces between her chest. It bounces like to her butt, and I don't know. I feel like it takes away from it, and it's so close. Like again, the show's message is like, don't fuck 16-year-old girls, which I feel like is a no shit, but I guess there's people out there that are shitty. Well, I know for a fact that there's people out there shitty, you know? But, so that's the message that the show is trying to pass on, which, again, it's like saying try not to kill people. I feel like that's the bare minimum. You know, if you're not a murderer, you don't want to fuck 16-year-olds, sick. Like, I would like to think that's the average person. But at the same time, the cinematography of the show, the promotional material of the show, it's kind of saying like, man, isn't this 16-year-old hot? And it takes away from the message of the show. Again, like it's counterintuitive, because the whole time it's like treating the main character as a hero because he doesn't want to fuck this 16-year-old, which again, bare minimum. And then there are a few moments here and there that are like, man, 16-year-old's kind of hot, isn't she? Another one that I can think of is Kubo-san. Kubo-san won't leave me alone or something. Let me pull that up. Jamie, pull that shit up. Kubo-san won't let me be invisible. Really sweet show. Kana Hanazawa's in it. She does a great job. This show's wholesome as fuck. Like, I love it. It's one of my sit-down comfort shows. The opening theme, in the opening sequence, they have this like 13-year-old girl wearing the Virgin Killer sweater. Really? I'll throw up if you somehow haven't seen the Virgin Killer sweater, I'll throw up a picture and hopefully not get like my pee slapped by YouTube. Again, this it's like a good show. It's really wholesome. I really like Slice of Life. I love Yudu Camp. I love K-On! It's just cute. It's okay to like cute shit. Another show that I actually really enjoy, but it just does this. It has the same exact problem. Is Dangerous in My Heart. Really sweet romance about two middle schoolers, kind of close to Dress Up Darling. The main character or the main heroine is a model, and she's like 12, 13 at the most, maybe. And her whole shtick is that she hit puberty before the rest of her classmates. And the main character is kind of just a regular guy. He's a little bit of a wimp, kind of like really close to the whole like. I don't want to call him a shut-in nerd, but he's an introvert. He doesn't really like people. He's a bit of a emo guy, goth guy kind of vibe. And they have this slow burn romance, and it's really sweet. It's really cute. The ending theme is just a bunch of different shots of the heroine wearing a bunch of like a few skimpy outfits. I'm pretty sure that part of it is her wearing the Virgin Killer sweater too. I'm going to fact check that right now. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I looked at it. No Virgin Killer sweater this time, but like the very first little outfit that they have her in, kind of sus, not going to lie. But I feel like my point stands, like this is a 13-year-old girl. This shit's fucking weird. And I'm really, really tired of pretending that it's not.